welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a bit of a doozy. I'm going to be reviewing a game called Moonstone Island. I tried this game on a live stream recently and I have some thoughts about it. Before I continue though, I do want to make a very quick disclaimer though. I have zero intention to bash the creators of this game, and I have zero intention to bash anybody who enjoys it. I definitely think if you have fun with it and you really like it, you should definitely play it. With that being said, let's get started. First off, I want to talk about the overall game concept. The concept for Moonstone Island is rather charming. It's a creature collecting life sim set in the sky. In terms of the art style, it has a strong Stardew Valley vibe, and in terms of how it feels playing, it's as if Stardew Valley and Pokemon had a baby. I think that it was a unique idea overall, but I almost feel it was a little bit too ambitious. I say this because during my first impression playthrough of the game, it slowly but surely began to feel like something was missing and as if the game was a bit incomplete. The next category that I want to go over is the characters. In regards to the NPCs, they looked absolutely beautiful in my opinion, but they did feel kind of robotic. When speaking to them, instead of the conversation flowing and feeling like you're really talking to another person, it kind of just felt a bit bland and hollow and as if you were talking to a brick wall. Now hear me out, I know that sounds a little bit harsh, but whenever you select an NPC to interact with, it pulls up a drop-down list of things to select such as flirt or joke, and let's say, for example, let's say that you click on joke and you want to tell this NPC something funny. Instead of showing what the actual joke is or showing what the NPC thought about it, how they responded, instead it shows a heart above their head that either goes up or down to symbolize the fact that you either gained some hearts, maybe you lost some hearts, and it just feels like there's something missing, like there's not enough of a connection there between your character and that character. Something positive that I noticed about the NPCs is that there was a very wide range of diversity. It is so important that when creating a game that you consider having a variety of characters. This way, people from all sorts of backgrounds can see themselves and feel more connected to the overall game. The next category that I would like to go over is the game mechanics. Now this may have been just a me thing, but there was something in the game that I saw that I just personally found really aggravating. So let's say, for example, you are talking to a character and you need to say yes or no to something, or maybe you're trying to go to bed to save the game and you need to select yes or no to make sure that that's what you want to do. When given that drop-down list of saying yes or no, the no option is on the top and the yes option is on the bottom. I found this really bizarre because I feel like by nature, a lot of games will have it yes on the top and no on the bottom. And for somebody like myself that habitually clicks really quickly, I have a habit now in that game of clicking no when I really meant to say yes. It makes the gameplay a little bit annoying and honestly kind of confusing because if I think I clicked yes and I didn't, I'm like, well, what's happening in the game? Why is it not doing what I thought it was going to do? It just is a very confusing experience when it's not set up the way that it normally is. Now this detail is most definitely not a deal breaker overall for a game, I just find it really annoying. Another detail that I find very annoying and inconvenient in the game is let's say that you're tilling some soil so that way you can plant seeds. If you accidentally till too many plots of soil, you can't fill them in and they're kind of just there and taking up space on your farm. For comparison's sake, if you were to make that same mistake in a game like Stardew Valley, you could simply select your pickaxe, hit that extra tilled soil, and it would be filled back in. Not being able to fill it back in Moonstone Island is again not a deal breaker whatsoever, and it doesn't necessarily ruin the game, I just find it really annoying. In terms of controls for the game, I really like the tool wheel option. You simply click Q on your keyboard and it pulls up a tool wheel. From that point on, you simply just select whatever tool that you need. And in terms of how movement feels in the game, I personally think that it feels rather smooth when walking around. You use the typical buttons of WASD to navigate. And in terms of the walking pace, I wouldn't consider it super slow, but it's also not particularly fast either. I would consider it being right about in the middle. Overall for the game mechanics, I felt that it was very typical for a cozy game with a few small inconveniences. And for my final overall thoughts, all in all, Moonstone Island just simply wasn't for me. And if there's anything that you take away from my review video, I hope that it helps you choose whether or not to buy the game. While not everything was bad or annoying, there were enough issues for me personally that I could not see myself picking the game back up to play again unless a fair amount of changes were made. Please do not let this discourage you from trying or playing the game, as a lot of my experience and what I had to say today was based off of my first experience playing the game on live stream. And that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye everyone!